Hello, my name is Darwin S. Ramos, and today we will create a straight-through and crossover Ethernet patch cable. In order to make the cable, we need an untwisted pair cable or UTP cable. The size will vary depending on how long you need. At least 4 register jack 45 or RJ45, a crimping tool, and an Ethernet cable tester. In making a straight-through cable, the first step is to strip the cable jacket about 1 to 2 inches from the end of the cable using the wire stripper on the crimping tool. Second is to untwist, straighten, and spread the twisted pair wires all the way back to the cable jacket. The next step is to align the wire in the order necessary for what we need. For straight-through cable, the standard color code is the T568B orientation. The arrangements are orange-white, orange, green-white, blue, blue-white, green, brown-white, and brown. After we align the wire according to the color code, we must make each wire have the same length using the wire cutter in the crimping tool. Be careful not to trim the wires down too short to fit them into the RJ45 connector correctly. Once the wires are aligned, we can now slide the wires down to the end of the RJ45, but make sure that the locking clip of the RJ45 is facing down. Also, double check the wires if it's still in the proper color code and if the wires reach the end of the RJ45. If there is no problem, then we can now crimp the RJ45. Push it into the RJ45 crimping port and squeeze it hard. Note that once the wire is crimped down, it cannot be undone. So if there are errors with the connection, the only way to fix this is to cut off the RJ45 and start from the first step. After successfully crimping one end of the cable, repeat the process on the other side. Note that in straight-through cable, the same color code will be used on the same end. If we use T568B on one side, T568B will also be used on the other side. Same if the T568A is used. To check if the straight-through cable is properly arranged and crimped, plug the cable into the RJ45 ports of the tester and turn it on. If both LEDs on the master and remote tester unit lights up from 1 to 8 at the same time, the straight-through cable is working. Alternatively, we could also try using it on live machines. In making a crossover cable, the same procedure will be performed. However, unlike straight-through cable, crossover cable use two different wiring standards. One side uses T568A while the other uses T568B. Here is the part of the T568A side. The arrangement of color code is green-white, green, orange-white, blue, blue-white, orange, brown-white, and brown. In this part, I am making the T568B side. In checking a crossover cable, plug the cable into the RJ45 ports of the tester and turn it on. The LED pattern in the master and remote tester units should be 13, 26, 31, 44, 55, 62, 77, and 88.